I'm doing this new thing where when I feel the need to create or I feel the need to say something on my channel to get up, stop what I'm doing and just say it right then and there, because I feel like you have a different type of glow about you when you're like inspired or when you're in a stream of consciousness. So as of I think now 3 weeks ago, even though I have on lip liner and lip gloss today, I'm gonna get into that, but I'm gonna talk about my journey with makeup, dealing with developing insecurities because of wearing it every day. And yeah, so I grew up with a mother that had a lot of makeup and wore makeup relatively every single day. She worked for Mary Kay back in the day when that was like the thing to do in the 90s, or I don't even know what era, but she worked for Mary Kay. And so, oh my gosh, I don't have on my other earring. I don't got no earring back, so like we just gonna have to not shake our head that much. So I grew up with a mother who wore makeup every day. Like I would always see her, you know, pull out her eyeshadow palette and pull out her concealer and foundation and do her makeup every single day. Now, would the makeup be there at the end of the day because she stayed touching her face? Yeah, that's another story. But so back in like 2016, I think eyeshadow and doing like really heavy makeup was really popular. So I was about in like either middle school or elementary school to middle school at that point. And so I started dipping into my mother's makeup. I started doing a bunch of bold eyeshadow looks and, you know, just playing around with her makeup because at that time I saw it as an art form. And for me, that was just another creative outlet for me to draw and to paint. And I thought that it was pretty. And, you know, I've always been a girly girl. So I just, in my mind, that was just the thing to do. Now, fast forward to, I want to say 7th grade when I was in middle school. It's either 7th or 8th grade. Fast forward to 7th or 8th grade, I discovered mascara. I remember being at an Airbnb for a family gathering with my sister, and my sister has always had the most beautiful eyelashes, like ever. And so I remember seeing her take this thing and just, you know, put this goop on her lashes, and her lashes look like even 10 times better than how they naturally did. So I was just like, ooh, you know, me and my curious, I don't even know, like 12, 13-year-old mind, I was like, what is that? And she was like, oh, this is mascara, and this is basically like how I get my lashes to look very dramatic. So I remember from that day forward, I began to wear mascara. Like she taught me, like, you go up and you go side to side to make them look, you know, really thick and dramatic. So yeah, from that day forward, I started wearing mascara like every single day. And when I did that, I would just feel like I transformed. Like I remember being in middle school, being in the bathroom with my friends and being like, y'all watch this. And I would do one side for mascara with mascara on, and I would leave the other side down, and I would show them the difference. And they all like, oh my gosh, sorry, like that's amazing. Like that's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, I know, right? Thank you so much. Like, you want to try some? Don't share mascara, but I was sharing mascara. So from that day forward, it started with, you know, just playing around with makeup. And then it moved to, you know, seeing my sister do this thing. And it went from mascara. And then I got to, like, I think 9th grade. So I would wear lip gloss and things of that nature, like no lip liner, just raw dog and lip gloss. That's what I would do. I would just wear lip gloss, no lip liner, nothing. And I think that was the look back then. Like the mascara with just clear gloss was that girl. And that's what I would do because I hadn't discovered lip liner until maybe over quarantine, like my sophomore year of high school. And so, you know, yeah, from 7th grade on up, well, no. I'm over here getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind. 9th grade, that's when like the baddie aesthetic was really popular, like the 25 or 22 millimeter lashes and the clear lip gloss and, you know, some highlight and just trying to achieve that IG baddie look. And so I remember seeing like, you know, girls on Instagram with that on, and I'd be like, oh, that's real cute, like that's so cute, I want to start doing that. So yes, the lash blindness was real, but I mean, honestly, it was cute. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, I think that it's different strokes for different folks. With the way that my eyes are, the lashes just look crazy, but I was still cute in the face. So, yeah. I started wearing lashes and lip gloss like every other day. Not every single day, but like relatively every other day. Like, that was something that I did. And seeing like my eyes, seeing the way that my face would just transform from not wearing lashes to wearing lashes, I really thought that it just gave me this very beautiful, I hate to use this word because I don't like associating it with Black women, but honestly, like, it just looked very exotic, very sexy. It just made me look so, like, you know, real flirty-yerty in the lash department. And so I wore that for until like quarantine hit back to back. And at that point, it's still like, I still had no type of insecurity about my bare face. I still had no type of like self-consciousness about what I looked like without it on. It would just be something that I did just because I thought it was fun. I thought it was cute. It was nothing deeper than that. So then quarantine up until like, I want to say my freshman year of college, which was just last year, I began to really dive deep into like the 90s makeup look and, you know, what Black women were wearing and doing back in the day to give them the type of look that made it so like it really enhanced their natural features. So I remember watching Poetic Justice and seeing how Janet Jackson did her makeup. I remember watching Love Jones and seeing her, looking at Lauryn Hill, looking at like Aaliyah, looking at TLC, looking at SWV, and seeing like, you know, the brown lip liner. You feel me? So I began to really like try to find my makeup style and copy that format of makeup. So I started wearing brown lip liner, and then the mascara, sometimes the lashes, and then I discovered eyeliner. So I don't know if like there's something, I don't know, but when I discovered eyeliner, it was almost as if I tried crack for the first time, because I wasn't really like, I wore lashes every other day, but the constant gluing and putting on and taking off was like irritating to me because I'm very like inconsistent in that way. So when I discovered eyeliner and it was just like, you draw it on, there's no glue involved, and like it doesn't come off, especially if it's waterproof, I fell in love. And so for 5 years straight, I wore winged eyeliner every single day. Like, that's something that I was known for in high school. Like, I was known as the eyeliner girl in high school, quite literally. Like, I would do my friend's eyeliner in the bathroom. Nobody would catch me without eyeliner. And so then from mascara to lip gloss to lashes to lip liner to eyeliner and so forth, I discovered concealer. And so honestly, I already knew the concealer wasn't going to last for me long term because I didn't like the way it made my skin feel. Like, I thought that I was, you know, kind of cheating makeup by like not putting on foundation or concealer, but I began to do concealer my junior year of high school, and I did put it under my eyes to get that like bright eye under look. I was really just following trends and seeing like, you know, what looked right on other Black girls that looked like me and just doing it. Little did I know, I was subconsciously forming dysmorphia about my own natural face, and I'm gonna get into that because at the time I didn't like, I'm telling y'all, at the time when I was doing all of this, there was not a second I never felt insecure with my bare face until I did. I never felt any type of like self-consciousness with like seeing my face without anything on. Actually, I'm gonna take my lip gloss and my lip liner off because I feel like it defeats the whole entire purpose of this. Hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, like at the time when I was doing this, there was not any like doubts about, you know, how beautiful I felt with my bare face until it became that. So when I would do these things, like I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and for me, makeup was like, that time of stillness was therapy for me. Like that was really like, it just felt so relaxing and calm to really cake on my face early in the morning. And so at a certain point, it's looking like I'm getting a little dry. At a certain point, I found myself starting to like develop this mindset that my bare face and how I look with no makeup on is not how I really look. Like when I wake up in the morning before putting on all that makeup, that's not how I really look. How I really look is when I put on all that makeup. And I began to develop like this dysmorphia about my face, something I had never done before, because I was raised to be very confident. Like my parents really instilled confidence in me from birth. Like I was never insecure or like, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly. I was never that type of person. So even though these thoughts were fleeting, I didn't realize that it was a build-up. I didn't realize that it was a build-up, because I wouldn't think these things often, but like I would, but no, I lied. I would, but I wouldn't put too much energy into it. Like I wouldn't sit there and just harp on it. And like I would just be like, it would be a fleeting thought. And so I found myself beginning to look at myself in the mirror with my bare face and be like, it's time to put that lip gloss on. It's time to put that mascara on. It's time to put that eyeliner on, because you're not going out the house like this. Like I thought that I could not face the world how I am, like with my God-given features. And I told myself, like, no, I don't think I'm ugly without any makeup on. But that constant like needing to fix, and that constant needing to change and to morph and to paint over your natural features is going to eventually tell you, like subconsciously, it's telling yourself that you are not enough the way that you are. And when I say that, I'm like not first person, I'm like not really talking about anybody else. And please don't get the wrong idea. Like I'm not a makeup hater. I would never be one of those girls who was like, I'm so bad at makeup. I hate makeup. I don't understand how you guys can just do that. Like I would never be one of those, because makeup is beautiful. It is art. But I think that when we are creatures of habit, and especially with something like that, you really have to be careful doing that every single day, because you will subconsciously tell yourself that your God-given features that you were born with are not enough. And it's like, on my self-healing journey and on my self-love journey, I put a picture of myself as a young girl as my wallpaper, to remind myself, like, you need to do better, because would you want to, where you are in life and the way that you think, would you tell her that this is right? Or would you want her to accept this? And it's like, looking at my younger self, I was so I am so beautiful. I'm so beautiful naturally. I am gorgeous. And my parents and my family members will always tell me that, and I knew that. And I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I am just so beautiful. Like, why did I ever start to think that my natural God-given features and the face that I wake up with every single day and go to sleep with every single day is not enough? Like, and then I think, like I said, like this is a recent thought process, because I didn't realize the build up of the dysmorphia. Like, your face is not enough. I can't face the world how I am. And honestly, I think that I don't really know if this is a man's fault or a woman's fault. I feel like a lot of women do makeup to impress other women, because men really can't tell the difference. So on that type of tip, it's just like, I know that like people think they're doing things for women, to do things for the validation of women instead of the validation of man is like the better thing to do. But to do anything in life for the validation of another human being is not good at all. The only validation that matters and that should matter to you is a validation from the Holy Spirit, because at the end of the day, nobody has a heaven or a hell to put you in at all. Like, nobody has a heaven or a hell to put you in. And really think about it, like, how are you going to say the features that the Lord blessed you with are not beautiful? The Lord made you in the likeness of his own image. let's think about it. Let's really think about that. Like, I feel like there's so much pressure, especially on women. Like, beauty is currency. There's so much pressure on women to be beautiful and to be perceived as gorgeous. But it's just like, why did it ever, like, at what point did, like, what people naturally looked like ever become something that's abnormal? Or like going outside with no makeup on become like an abnormal thing. Now, I'm not speaking like, I know that there are people who literally like go outside with a bare face every day and it's like nothing to think about. But I'm just saying, like, social media will really like give you a false sense of reality. Like, you do not look like the makeup that you put on. And there's nothing wrong with it, but like doing it every single day will make you insecure. And that's just the facts. Putting on makeup every single day will make you insecure. It will. I never thought that I'd be here today. I thought that like eyeliner was my signature and lip that look was my signature. But like I said before, and I'll say it again, when you do that every single day, that routine every day, you are subconsciously convincing yourself that what you look like without it is not enough. I don't even want it no more. Like, I don't want it. Like, the baddie aesthetic, keep it. I don't want it. Because, no. But yes, this is a personal thing. It's a self-love journey. It's just a part of my self-love, self-healing journey. Just healing from being perceived and healing from people pleasing and trying to do things with the intention of like receiving a certain type of response from others. Like, you look so pretty today. Like, I don't care about that. I know I'm beautiful. God knows I'm beautiful. That's quite literally all that matters. Like, I think that, you know, having validation from the people that you love is good and all, but genuinely, like, that doesn't matter more than your own validation and the Lord's validation. This video might sound all over the place because it low-key is, but it's just raw. It's raw, uncut. Like, I'm gonna cut a little bit because I was talking a lot and some of my points were, you know, really crashing into each other. So I'm gonna make it make sense for y'all. But if you feel like you are at this point as well, please comment and talk to me, because I've been looking for videos about this coming from Black women especially. Like, I haven't seen a lot of videos from us touching on this topic. And I also feel like in our culture as well, actually, no, I'm not going to say that because everybody wears makeup. I ain't even going to go there. But yeah, if you feel like you can relate to this, please let me know. Again, I am not a makeup hater. For you girls that love to wear makeup every day, more power to y'all. There are different strokes for different folks, to each his own, but I'm just letting you all know, for me personally, at some point, I have developed a facial dysmorphia about myself. Like, I'm healing from it now, but I didn't realize that I was developing an insecurity because I was constantly changing my appearance every single day. I had got my nose pierced, but I took it out, and I don't know what scratched me in the night, but thank you guys for watching. Until next time.